you don't have a problem. What? You don't have a problem because the problem is always in the mind. And today I'm going to showcase to you how to release a problem by helping you master your mind so you can master your life. I'm Tanya Pluckrose. A very warm welcome to my channel if you're new here. And for those of you who are loyal to my channel, I want to thank you. Thank you so much for showing up and listening to my videos, because my greatest mission in life is to help each and every one of you, of course, master this piece of equipment that we've been given, but we have never been shown how to use it effectively. And so I am doing my best to show you exactly how to master your mind so you can, of course, master your manifestations and start manifesting. Okay, so let's get going with this topic today, that you don't have a problem. So think about it. A situation occurs, okay? A situation occurs and suddenly you make it a problem if it's not a situation to your liking. And I don't know if you are like me, but I go on a rampage of trying to go to battle to sort it out, to try and fix it and come up with a solution. And it's like a tennis match going backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, trying to wrestle it to the ground to make peace with the situation. But often the situation was never a problem in the beginning if I had left it alone. But being human, like you, my five senses will notice something, hijack me, and then I go to work to try and sort out the situation. But when you think about it, the problem is really only in the mind. And the problem becomes a problem when we milk it, when we make it wrong, when we put our focus on the problem, instead of either rejecting what you've just heard or seen, or rather neutralizing, just making it neutral when you are activated. But being human, that's very hard to do. And I think in Wallace Wattles' book, The Science of Getting Rich, in chapter 4, he says, you know, it's easy to think according to appearances, but the hardest work in the world is to think truth despite appearances. I mean, it is such hard work because once we see something that we feel we cannot control, oh my God, all hell breaks loose. I mean, the fear starts to take over, and we often end up feeling very fearful because we can't control something. We don't know the unknown. And I want to give you a true example that's just happened to me recently. As you know, for many of you who have been loyal fans of my channel, I'm on my way to Australia. I've been living in the States for 10 years now, and I made a decision last November. I want to return home to Australia. And it hasn't been sunshine, lollipops and roses to get home. Not at all. It's been lots of twists and turns. And I remember my mentor, Bob Proctor, saying, you know, Tanya, your goal, if you have the right goal, it is going to make you worthy of it. Oh, and I tell you, I'm eating his famous last words. So there's been lots of twists and turns. And last Friday, I heard about some of the paperwork for my two cats, Sydney and Serafina, who are coming with me to Australia. Well, some of it, there's a bit of an anomaly within it. And I heard that if I don't straighten out this anomaly, then instead of spending 10 days in quarantine, they may be looking at the sentence, I call it, of 30 days in quarantine in Australia. And of course, all hell is broken loose in my mind about how did this happen? This isn't fair. My God, why didn't we catch this? And of course, everyone who's involved in this situation is blaming and shaming each other. And I realized, hang on, it doesn't actually have to be a problem if I don't make it a problem. You see, I can move into the solution straight away. And the solution for me, believe it or not, is God affirmations. When I heard this news, I had to first of all deal with the fear inside every cell of my body. I mean, my nervous system went haywire. And then I was able to feel the fear, breathe into it and release it, and then go straight into God affirmations, until I felt the peace. Because the peace, I believe, for me, is that when God has heard me and has taken over. Now, if you have an aversion to God, then please use universe, source, spirit, Tom, Dick, or Harry, it doesn't matter. But I did rely on a power greater than myself to trust and have faith in during this interesting time. I don't even call it a challenging time anymore, because I don't want to add lots of emotion to the situation, because whenever I add emotion to the subconscious mind's language is feeling. It is the emotional center. So I have to be very careful not to emotionalize the whole situation, because when I do that, the subconscious mind can't reject or discern whether it's a great thought or not. And it just gets to work on how you are feeling. And I tell you what, I don't want to be feeling lousy about this situation. I want to be feeling peaceful about it and in faith. So I went into God affirmations, and a couple of them I've used that may work for you have been that the God power within me is creating perfect results in this situation right now. Everything is always working out for me, even if it doesn't look like it. If God be for me, who be against me? And the peace of God is now overseeing this whole situation for the greatest good of all concerned. So I've been on a rampage of saying these affirmations over and over again. And I'm going to let you know, I have felt the peace. And then I noticed the moment my egoic mind, the inner critic, will come in and say, yeah, but what about this? And what are you going to do? And then I have to shut it up by going on this rampage again to soothe my trembling soul. So I hope today this helps you to realize that the problem, there is no problem. We all make it a problem, because everything is happening in the mind, but we can control the mind to not make it a problem. So if this has resonated with you, please drop your comments in below. I'd love to hear from you. And if any of this and my teachings is resonating with you, then I would love it if you would subscribe. All right, I'll be back. Bye for now.